From translation, ISV International Standard Version. This 200 day of the year. Today we are reading passages Proverbs 19-21. Proverbs chapter 19, verses 1 to 29. Better is a poor person who walks in integrity than one who is perverse in his speech and is a fool. Even zeal without knowledge is not good, and a person who hurries with his feet misses the mark. The stupidity of a man twists his way, and his heart rages against the Lord. Wealth adds many friends, but a poor person is separated from his friend. A false witness will not go unpunished, and one who utters lies will not escape. Many will seek the favor of a generous man, and everyone is a friend to a person who gives gifts. All the relatives of a poor person hate him. How much more do his friends avoid him? He may pursue them with words, but they are gone. He who gets wisdom loves his own soul. He who keeps understanding will prosper. A false witness will not go unpunished, and one who utters lies will perish. Luxury is not fitting for a fool, much less for a servant to rule over princes. A person's wisdom gives him patience. His glory is to overlook an offense. The king's wrath is like the roar of a lion, but his favor is like dew on the grass. A foolish son is his father's ruin, and a quarreling wife is like a constant dripping. House and wealth are an inheritance from fathers, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Laziness brings on deep sleep, and an idle soul will suffer hunger. He who keeps the commandment keeps his soul, but he who is careless of his ways will die. He who is gracious to the poor lends to the Lord, and he will repay him for his good deed. Discipline your son while there is hope, but do not set your heart on his destruction. A man of great anger will bear the penalty, for if you rescue him, you will only have to do it again. Listen to counsel and receive instruction, that you may be wise in your latter days. Many are the plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that will stand. What is desirable in a man is his kindness, and a poor man is better than a liar. The fear of the Lord leads to life, so that one may sleep satisfied, untouched by evil. The sluggard buries his hand in the dish. He will not even bring it back to his mouth. Strike a scoffer, and the naive may become shrewd. Reprove one who has understanding, and he will gain knowledge. He who assaults his father and drives away his mother is a son who causes shame and brings reproach. Cease listening, my son, to discipline, and you will stray from the words of knowledge. A worthless witness mocks justice, and the mouth of the wicked swallows iniquity. Condemnation is prepared for scoffers, and beating for the backs of fools. Proverbs chapter 20, verses 1 to 30. Wine is a mocker, strong drink is a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. The terror of a king is like the growling of a lion. He who provokes him to anger forfeits his own life. Keeping away from strife is an honor for a man, but any fool will quarrel. Because of winter the sluggard does not plow, he begs at harvest time and has nothing. Counsel in a man's heart is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Many a man proclaims his own loyalty, but who can find a trustworthy man? A righteous man who walks in integrity, how blessed are his sons after him. A king who sits on the throne of justice disperses all evil with his eyes. Who can say, I have cleansed my heart, I am pure from my sin? Differing weights and differing measures, both of them are abominable to the Lord. Even a child is known by his actions, whether his conduct is pure and right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made both of them. Do not love sleep, or you will become poor. Open your eyes, and you will be satisfied with food. It is bad, says the buyer, but when he goes his way, then he boasts. There is gold and an abundance of jewels, but the lips of knowledge are a precious vessel. Take his garment when he becomes surety for a stranger, and for foreigners hold him in pledge. Bread obtained by falsehood is sweet to a man, but afterward his mouth will be filled with gravel. Plans are established by counsel. By wise guidance wage war. He who goes about as a talebearer reveals secrets. Therefore do not associate with a gossip. He who curses his father or his mother, his lamp will go out in time of darkness. An inheritance gained hastily at the beginning will not be blessed in the end. Do not say, I will repay evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will save you. Differing weights are an abomination to the Lord, and a false scale is not good. A man's steps are ordained by the Lord. How then can man understand his way? It is a trap for a man to say rashly, it is holy, and after the vows to make inquiry. A wise king winnows the wicked, and drives the wheel over them. The spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord, searching all the innermost parts of his being. Loving kindness and truth preserve the king, and he supports his throne by righteousness. The glory of young men is their strength, and the honor of old men is their grey hair. Stripes that wound cleanse away evil, and strokes reach the innermost parts. Proverbs chapter 21, verses 1 to 31. The king's heart is like channels of water in the hand of the Lord. He turns it wherever he wishes. Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the hearts. To do righteousness and justice is desired by the Lord more than sacrifice. Haughty eyes and a proud heart, the lamp of the wicked, is sin. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes surely to poverty. The acquisition of treasures by a lying tongue is a fleeting vapor, the pursuit of those seeking death. The violence of the wicked will drag them away, because they refuse to act with justice. The way of a guilty man is crooked, but as for the pure, his conduct is upright. It is better to live in a corner of a roof than in a house shared with a contentious woman. The soul of the wicked desires evil. His neighbor finds no favor in his eyes. When the scoffer is punished, the naive becomes wise, but when the wise is instructed, he receives knowledge. The righteous considers the house of the wicked, turning the wicked to ruin. He who shuts his ear to the cry of the poor will also cry himself and not be answered. A gift in secret subdues anger, and a bribe in the bosom strong wrath. The exercise of justice is joy for the righteous, but is terror to the workers of iniquity. A man who wanders from the way of understanding will rest in the assembly of the dead. He who loves pleasure will become a poor man. He who loves wine and oil will not become rich. The wicked is a ransom for the righteous, and the treacherous is in the place of the upright. It is better to live in a desert land than with a contentious and vexing woman. There is precious treasure and oil in the dwelling of the wise, but a foolish man swallows it up. He who pursues righteousness and loyalty finds life, righteousness, and honor. A wise man scales the city of the mighty and brings down the stronghold in which they trust. He who guards his mouth and his tongue guards his soul from troubles. Proud, haughty scorner is his name, who acts with insolent pride. The desire of the sluggard puts him to death, for his hands refuse to work. All day long he is craving, while the righteous gives and does not hold back. The sacrifice of the wicked is an abomination, how much more when he brings it with evil intent. A false witness will perish, but the man who listens to testimony will speak forever. A wicked man displays a bold face, but as for the upright, he makes his way sure. There is no wisdom and no understanding and no counsel against the Lord. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory belongs to the Lord.